Just 5 minutes ago, shocking claims hit the royal world. Prince William has allegedly stepped in to block Queen Camilla from ever becoming reigning queen. A legal document, reportedly signed and sealed, has surfaced. And if true, it changes everything about the future of the monarchy. Let's break it down. The bombshell claim: a legal document changes royal succession. In a move that stunned royal watchers around the world, reports exploded across social media just hours ago, claiming that a new royal decree has been signed, one that could block Queen Camilla from ever rising beyond her current title. The document, allegedly authorized by King Charles III, reportedly removes Camilla's name from any future constitutional position beyond Queen Consort, signaling that she will never be a reigning queen, no matter what happens next. The news has triggered intense speculation. Could this be real? Could William, the Prince of Wales, be stepping in behind the scenes to protect the monarchy's future by ensuring his stepmother's influence remains limited? According to posts originating from platforms like Lemon 8 and Facebook, the unsigned successor clause, a detail often buried in palace documentation, has been altered or redacted to exclude Camilla. This would be a constitutional bombshell, suggesting a shift in succession planning that's rarely, if ever, seen in modern royal history. And the timing? Unmistakably suspicious. With Charles's health under public concern and William taking on more senior duties, whispers of a power handover have been growing louder. If Camilla is being sidelined now, some believe it's part of a strategic transition to streamline the monarchy under William, clean, youthful, and controversy-free. As one royal analyst tweeted, "If true, this changes everything. Camilla's presence in the line of symbolic power just vanished without a single headline." But there's more at stake than titles. This isn't just personal. It's constitutional. If a queen consort can be cut from succession documents quietly, what else can be altered behind closed doors? And now, everyone's asking the same question. Is this the start of a modern royal coup, or just smoke and mirrors? Next, we break down what Camilla's current title actually means, and why this alleged document would shake up royal history. Understanding the official titles: Queen Consort versus Queen. To understand how serious this claim is, that Camilla has been blocked from becoming queen, we need to look at her official title, Queen Consort. Right now, Camilla is not the ruling monarch. She's not a queen in the way Queen Elizabeth II was. Instead, she holds the title of Queen Consort, meaning she is the wife of a reigning king, not a sovereign ruler herself. It's a title of tradition, support, and ceremony, but not power. When she married Charles, then Prince of Wales, in 2005, the palace stated she would be known as the Duchess of Cornwall, specifically avoiding the title Princess of Wales, which had been deeply associated with Princess Diana. It was a calculated move. Camilla's public image was still being carefully managed. But everything changed in 2022 when Queen Elizabeth II passed and Charles ascended the throne. That year, Buckingham Palace officially confirmed that Camilla would be known as Queen Consort, honoring the late Queen's wishes. Under common law, that's entirely appropriate. A king's wife becomes queen in title, but does not reign. However, the key is this: the title Queen Consort is symbolic, not sovereign, and it does not guarantee future succession rights or expanded authority. That's where the alleged new royal decree comes into play. If it's true that Camilla's name has been removed from future succession documents, That signals a deliberate legal step, not just to block her from ascending in power, but to cement that she will never reign, not even symbolically, if Charles becomes incapacitated or steps back. As one historian put it, being queen consort is ceremonial, but being named in succession documents, that's positioning. If Camilla's out, someone else is in. Which leads to the next explosive claim. Was Camilla's name actually removed from formal royal records? And if so, who authorized it? That's what we'll uncover next. The alleged removal from the royal decree, what supporters say happened. If the rumors are true, then a silent bombshell has already gone off inside the palace. According to multiple viral posts on platforms like Lemon8 and Facebook, a newly signed royal decree, allegedly updated earlier this year, quietly omits Camilla's name from certain royal succession documents. What does that mean in plain terms? According to those pushing the claim, Camilla has been formally cut from any role beyond queen consort, and her presence has been erased from future plans regarding the monarchy's leadership structure. There was no press release, no traditional announcement, just silence. That, insiders say, is exactly what makes this so suspicious. Historically, changes to the line of succession or adjustments in ceremonial protocol are carefully published. But this time, nothing. Supporters of the theory say it's not just about Camilla being pushed aside, it's about clearing the path. With Prince William now taking on more front-facing royal duties and King Charles III's health rumored to be under watch, the palace may be restructuring power quietly to ensure a clean and drama-free transition in the future. One anonymous account with over 200,000 followers claimed, "Camilla's name was there, and now it's not. You don't just lose a title by accident." The speculation goes deeper. Some believe this document was signed under pressure, possibly by Charles himself, in agreement with William and senior advisors, to preserve public support for the monarchy by limiting Camilla's future influence. Others suggest it may have been a legal safeguard, ensuring there's no confusion or challenge if William takes the throne unexpectedly. Whether fact or fabrication, this claim has taken on a life of its own. And if the omission is real, then someone high up wanted Camilla out of the picture. But why does this even matter? Is a title just a name, or does it carry real weight in the royal world? Let's explore exactly why being queen matters, far more than you think. Why this matters, the power and symbolism of being queen. At first glance, being called queen consort might sound like a ceremonial honor, a decorative title. But in the world of monarchy, titles carry weight. And in Camilla's case, they carry controversy. To be clear, Camilla is not the reigning monarch. She holds no legal authority. But the moment she became queen consort in 2022, following Queen Elizabeth II's death, she stepped into a role steeped in history, influence, and visibility. Her name appeared on official documents, her face at state events. Her presence beside King Charles III solidified her position as his partner, and, more critically, as a fixture in the public image of the monarchy. So, what happens if she's removed? Blocking Camilla from advancing beyond her current role would be more than a quiet internal change. It would be a public reset. It strips away not just a title, but decades of careful positioning. Since the early 2000s, the palace has worked tirelessly to integrate Camilla into royal life, slowly building public acceptance after the Diana years. A document excluding her now? That's not just a change, it's a reversal. For Prince William, it could be a strategic move. Keeping Camilla limited to consort status eliminates the possibility of any future power struggle, real or symbolic, when Charles steps down. It also clears the path for Catherine, Princess of Wales, to become the next queen, a move that's wildly popular among royal fans. As one royal author put it, removing Camilla from the long-term picture stabilizes the line. It gives the public the future they've always wanted, William and Kate, without the shadow of the past. And for critics of Camilla, it feels like long-awaited justice, a clean break from the scandals of the past, and a monarchy that reflects modern values. But while supporters celebrate the idea, the legal side of this story remains tangled. Next, we examine what history and actual royal law say, and whether this kind of change could even be possible. The palace's official record, what history and law actually say versus rumors. Amid the storm of speculation, one question rises above the noise. Can Camilla legally be blocked from ever becoming queen beyond the title of queen consort? And has something like this ever happened before? Let's start with facts. When King Charles III took the throne in September 2022, Camilla was formally styled as queen consort, not queen regnant, a reigning monarch like Elizabeth II, but as the king's wife with no sovereign authority. This was in line with both common law and the late Queen Elizabeth II's public wish, expressed during her Platinum Jubilee message. Now here's the key. There is no legal precedent or active law that automatically upgrades a queen consort to a ruling position. The title stays symbolic unless specifically addressed in succession law, which brings us to the real issue. The succession to the crown. Act 2013 currently defines the line of succession and the framework for who becomes monarch. It doesn't mention consorts at all, nor does it outline any formal process for removing a consort from future ceremonial or transitional roles. That means, unless a new Act of Parliament or official royal decree is created, Camilla's position remains unchanged under the law. And while the Royal Marriages Act of 1772 once controlled royal unions and their implications, it was repealed and replaced. Today, royal succession law is shared among 15 Commonwealth realms, and any major changes would require approval not just from the UK, but from other nations too, making any quiet edits highly unlikely without public knowledge. As constitutional expert Vernon Bogdanor once said, "You cannot change the line of succession or royal status with a whisper. It takes Parliament. It takes visibility." So, is the rumored removal of Camilla possible? Maybe, but not quietly, and not legally, unless it's followed by public confirmation. Which leads us to the next question. If there's no solid proof, why are so many people convinced this is real? The answer lies in the power of rumors, and how fast they spread in the digital age. The rumor machine. Why conspiracy stories like this spread fast. In the world of royalty, silence is rarely neutral. It's gasoline on a rumor. And when the alleged Camilla removal document first surfaced on platforms like Facebook, Lemon8, and TikTok, it took just hours for the story to spread. Screenshots, threads, voiceovers, millions of views. But why does a claim like this gain so much traction, even without a shred of confirmed evidence? First, royal watchers are trained to look between the lines. The monarchy has a long history of quiet cover-ups, hidden decisions, and carefully edited appearances. From Prince Andrew's scandals to Diana's secret interviews, people have learned that the real story often happens behind the red curtains, not in the press release. Second, the palace rarely responds to rumors, which fuels suspicion. When they stay silent, as they have with this claim, people assume there's something to hide. As one user posted under a viral Camilla thread, They could shut this down in 5 seconds, but they haven't. That says everything. Third, the emotional pull is real. Many royal followers have never fully accepted Camilla, especially those loyal to Princess Diana's legacy. So a narrative where Camilla gets pushed aside, especially by William, Diana's son, feels like justice to some. It's not just gossip, it's personal. And then there's the modern media ecosystem. Algorithms reward outrage, curiosity, and anything that smells like drama. A whisper becomes a trend. A tweet becomes a headline. And soon, even unverified claims start to feel real, especially when they reinforce what people already believe. This is how conspiracy cycles begin. They don't start with facts, they start with feelings. And in the royal world, emotion often outweighs evidence. So while no credible outlet has confirmed this legal document, the idea of it continues to dominate discussions. But what if it were true? What would supporters of the move actually be hoping to achieve? Next, we explore why some people believe blocking Camilla might actually save the monarchy. What supporters say. The benefits of blocking Camilla for monarchy stability. For those who believe the rumors, or even just hope they're true, removing Camilla from any future position beyond Queen Consort isn't about revenge. It's about restoring stability and protecting the monarchy's future. Supporters argue that a clear, uncontested transition from King Charles III to Prince William is what the monarchy needs most right now. With public trust in royal institutions slowly eroding, every figure in the spotlight matters. And Camilla, no matter how polished she appears today, still represents a deeply divisive chapter in royal history. To some, the idea of Camilla ever holding a title that even sounds like reigning queen is unthinkable. Not just because of the past, but because of what she symbolizes. A reminder of broken marriages, private scandals, and public discontent. Blocking her, they say, allows the monarchy to hit reset. One royal blogger put it this way: removing Camilla means giving the crown back to the people who never betrayed public trust. It's not personal, it's preservation. The next generation, William and Catherine, are seen as the monarchy's golden pair, young, popular, and scandal-free. By sidelining Camilla, the focus shifts fully to the future, not the past. It also avoids future tension. If Charles were to fall seriously ill, and Camilla attempted to act in his place, even ceremonially, it could spark backlash. Supporters of the rumored document believe removing her now prevents a crisis later. There's also the emotional aspect. Many still carry loyalty to Princess Diana. For them, seeing Diana's son step forward while his father's second wife steps back feels not only symbolic, but deserved. But not everyone agrees. Because while some celebrate the idea, others warn that such a move would be dangerous, controversial, and deeply destabilizing. Next, we break down why opponents say removing Camilla could backfire badly. What opponents argue why removing Camilla would be risky and controversial. While some see the alleged move to block Camilla as strategic, others see it as a potential disaster, one that could create more damage than it prevents. First, there's the dangerous precedent. If the royal family starts rearranging titles or succession rights based on popularity or public emotion, where does it end? Royals have historically inherited their roles, not earned them like politicians. To remove someone purely for optics, especially someone who has followed protocol since day one, opens the door to internal manipulation of royal tradition. Second, it could alienate traditionalists. While Camilla has always had critics, she also has quiet support among those who value protocol, loyalty, and the image of a united royal household. Blocking her now, after she's already been crowned queen consort and stood by Charles for nearly 2 decades, could look cruel and calculated. One historian warned, "You don't rewrite the rules mid-game. Doing so not only damages Camilla, it damages the throne." Third, there's the legal gray area. Without parliamentary approval or full public transparency, any secret royal decree could spark constitutional backlash. The monarchy survives on trust and stability. Tampering with succession or ceremonial roles without explanation would create confusion, and possibly even calls for reform. Then comes the emotional impact. For many, this would feel like history repeating itself, a woman thrown under the bus to protect the image of others. It could stir sympathy for Camilla, especially given her quiet, consistent service in recent years. And finally, it would fuel even more rumors, not silence them. If Camilla were suddenly sidelined, the public wouldn't see strength. They'd see secrets, and in today's media world, secrets don't stay hidden for long. Still, the question remains, is there any proof this removal is even real? Next, we tackle the heart of the mystery. Is this document real, or just another viral myth gone too far? The smoke and mirrors question, is the document real, or just viral fiction? At the center of this storm is one very simple question. Is the document even real? So far, there's no official confirmation from Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace, or any credible media outlet. No journalist has seen the document. No spokesperson has addressed it. All sources lead back to anonymous posts, edited screenshots, and speculative threads from social media platforms like Facebook, X, and Lemon 8. The image circulating of the so-called royal decree shows no official seal, no signature from King Charles III, and no verifiable origin. Still, that hasn't stopped it from being shared thousands of times, with people dissecting fonts, paper quality, and formatting like a royal version of a conspiracy theory. Royal insiders haven't commented, but they rarely do. And in that silence, fiction often fills the gap. As royal biographer Angela Levin explained, "In the absence of clarity, the public will write the narrative themselves, especially when it involves someone like Camilla, who's always lived under a cloud of divided opinion." Some believe the document is a hoax, created by anti-Camilla factions or clickbait farms aiming for viral traffic. Others believe it could be a leak, an internal draft never meant for public eyes, or even a trial document that was abandoned before approval. But here's the reality. If such a monumental change had been signed into law, removing a queen consort from any future ceremonial role, it would almost certainly require legal processing, government involvement, and formal public acknowledgement. And none of that has happened. Until we see a verified, signed, and published copy from official royal sources, this removal remains firmly in the realm of speculation, a story driven more by emotion and legacy than confirmed fact. But that hasn't stopped people from watching closely. So what happens next? What clues should we be looking for if this story is more than just talk? That's exactly what we'll explore next. What to watch next? How this could unfold, and signs to monitor. If this rumor about Camilla's removal from royal succession is more than internet noise, the truth will reveal itself, and sooner than people think. The British monarchy doesn't operate in a vacuum. Every royal decision leaves a trail, and every power shift has public consequences. So what should we watch for next? First, keep your eyes on Buckingham Palace. If this story continues to grow, even their silence will speak volumes. A quiet redirection of questions, or a carefully worded press release about future roles and streamlining the monarchy could indicate the story has roots. Second, check the official royal household publications. If Camilla's name begins disappearing from ceremonial documents, state listings, or constitutional references, that's a red flag. These small bureaucratic changes often go unnoticed, but they carry weight. Third, look for reactions from Prince William, Princess Anne, or even Prince Edward. The senior royals have their own subtle ways of confirming or distancing themselves from internal decisions. One unexpected absence, one change in protocol can signal more than words. Fourth, if the government gets involved, even quietly, that's huge. A proposed change to the succession to the Crown Act or any formal Privy Council involvement would confirm that this isn't just a rumor. It's real. And finally, perhaps most importantly, watch the public. Public opinion has shaped the monarchy more than ever in the past decade. If support for William and Catherine continues to rise while Camilla's popularity declines, the palace may feel pressured to make hard, quiet decisions to protect the crown's future. As one former royal advisor said, "The monarchy is a ship. If something is slowing it down, they will cut it loose." Is this rumor real? We still don't know. But the game has changed. And the next move, whether public or private, will reveal everything. If this document is real, it's not just a royal twist. It's a direct challenge to tradition, power, and everything the monarchy stands on. William may be rewriting the future, and Camilla's place in it could vanish without a trace. But until we see official confirmation, the line between rumor and revolution remains blurred. So what do you think? Is this a bold step to protect the crown, or a dangerous break from royal law? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more real-time royal updates. Because behind every crown, there's always a secret.